Hello everyone and welcome back to 4FS Gaming. I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded yet this month, but our lockdown ended in Melbourne, so I've been out and about, living life. But Hunt is dragging me back in with update 1.7, and this video will tell you all of the important bits of what is coming in Hunt's next update, and let me tell you, it is a nifty little package. So 1.7 comes with some new content, features, and adjustments. Let's start with the content. A new weapon arrives. The Berthier MLE, I think that's how you say it, 92, is a bolt-action long ammo rifle with 3 rounds in the magazine. Its distinctiveness comes from a more complicated reload system that uses clips of 3 rounds, so if you reload before the gun is empty, you lose any unused bullets. But the reload is very snappy, and you can save ammo here with Bullet Grubber. This system also means you can take 2 ammo types and switch between them, which is kind of this gun's niche and gimmick, I suppose, because otherwise I don't really see how it's that distinctive from the other long ammo rifles. The Berthier is going to cost $356 Hunt, and you will have the option of adding incendiary ammo for $35 or Spitzer for a hefty $220. We are also getting 3 new traits. Vigor lets you double health and stamina regeneration speed while using Darksight. It unlocks at rank 38 and costs 4 upgrade points. It's really a versatile trait, mainly for the stamina management component and the options that it provides. It won't reduce the time before your health or stamina begins regenerating, but once it does begin, it'll regen a lot faster if you're in Darksight. Nice for getting up that stamina between hitting things in melee. Magpie is a trait that gives you a random effect, either antidote, stamina, or regeneration shot equivalent, for 150 seconds after picking up a bounty. It costs 1 point and it unlocks at rank 1. I don't see this being particularly impactful, but it is a nice bonus when it enters play. Poison Sense is very interesting. It gives a 50 meter highlight in Darksight to help track poisoned hunters. For 1 upgrade point and unlocking at rank 84, it does provide a really powerful assistance for those who want to throw explosives or go for wallbangs after getting a nice tag with a poison sparks or something similar. Finally, for the new content, we have 4 more legendary weapons. The Swan Song is a clean looking Labelle skin, while the Martini Henry gets a similar Siren Song version. The Obrez Drum gets its first legendary in the form of the skeleton themed Gaunt, and the Springfield Compact receives Spring's End. So that's it for the new stuff, but the real meat of this update is in the new features, and these are highly impactful. At long last, we are getting a Reconnect feature. This is currently not working as intended on the test server, but it should be up to scratch by the time 1.7 hits live. Reconnect will have 2 functions. The first is an on-the-fly reconnect attempt, for when you have network disruptions. The game will try to connect you for a full minute and attempt to re-establish connection. If this works, it's a great improvement because those that get minor connection issues will not be dropped from the match flat out because of it. The second functionality is that if the client crashes or closes, you will be able to rejoin your game after rebooting Hunt. While disconnected, your character will stand still and you can be killed in your absence, so it can't be exploited in the typical way. Not only does this system mean that you'll be able to get back into your match after an untimely crash, but it will prevent people from pressing Alt F4 when they don't want to fight to preserve KD, and it will also discourage people from leaving matches because of the time of day maybe not suiting their loadout. All in all, this is a requested feature that should please a lot of people. But what's next, and this is definitely my favourite part of the update, is preset loadouts. We are finally going to be able to kit out a hunter, save that loadout, name it, and then next time all it's going to take is the press of a button to equip a new hunter with that same kit, and it even tells us how much that's going to cost to buy the whole thing. You can toggle on and off parts of each loadout, like only set weapons and let me pick the tools manually, and it can also prioritize contraband. So we start with 3 loadout slots, but this can be increased to 10 by spending more blood bonds. This will save me a huge amount of time and effort, and it makes jumping back into a match after a death just so much easier. One last feature is the gamma slider for PC. I know this could be emulated through video card and monitor settings, but just having it in the game is really nice because you don't have to flick through presets when playing different games or change your monitor settings between writing a document and playing Hunt, and it's a nice quality of life addition that console has had for a while, so it's good to have it on PC too. In addition to features and new stuff, there's more getting changed in other areas of Hunt. Let's quickly look at some of the weapon and gear changes. Medium versions of large slot rifles have been slightly nerfed. Weapons like the Obrez, Springfield Compact, Winnie Vandal, they've all had slight reductions to both headshot range and base damage. None of these seem too impactful, the difference is just a handful of numbers, but there is now a damage difference between large and medium versions of the same gun. Kind of makes sense, I suppose. The poison crossbow has been buffed against armored, and it should kill them straight up now. The biggest changes with gear are to the antidote shots. The full shot is down to only 20 minutes duration, and the small shot is down to just 10. Now this is a really significant reduction, and it means that you can't just add immunity for the whole match with one consumable. In fact, there is a lot of stuff in this update to try and make poison more viable, but this is certainly the most important step. Some traits have also seen significant buffs, namely Blade Seer and Vigilant. The readability of what you can see in Darksight has greatly been increased for both of these traits. You can see traps and bolts even through walls, and it's obvious. Vigilant allows you to distinguish between different types of traps even. They're both pretty decent traits now, and ones that I would certainly consider taking in the right circumstances. The rank at which many traits unlock has also been adjusted. Hornskin, Salveskin, and Bloodless are now rank 1, Mithridatus has been pulled to rank 15, presumably in response to the antidote nerfs, and Whispersmith is down to rank 38. There were a bunch of price reductions in the store as well. Weak and strong antidotes are down to $30 and $55 respectively, and the decoy fuses, throw-in axe, alert, and poison trip mines have all had their costs halved to only $30. Legendary hunters are now only $200 to recruit, so expect to see some more of these as well. Finally, there are map changes. A lot of map changes across all 3 maps. I'm not going to go through each one, that would make this a very lengthy video indeed, and I'm also convinced that there's likely some changes that are not even listed in the patch notes. Highlights include changes to annoying underground boss lairs like the Crematorium, and reworks of swamp-heavy compounds, namely Scupper Lake. Lots of extra cover across really exposed areas like the swamps between Lock Bay and Blanchett has also been added. All in all, I think this is a great update, and I don't see many people getting upset at very much on offer here like what has happened in the past. It all looks pretty above the board to me, provided they can get that Reconnect working smoothly. I'm still looking for a collection of clips for me to analyze sent in by you guys, so if you want to be a part of that, head over to our Discord channel linked in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and especially to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoy the channel, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe if you haven't already, and like or dislike. That's right, I can still see the dislikes even if you can't, so I receive feedback on these videos because that is always important. This is Ascendance from 4FS Gaming.